Picture this. It's Sunday night. You're lying in bed. Your phone is 2 inches from your face. You're scrolling through Instagram or YouTube, and you see someone your age, maybe young, posting about how they just bought a house, or they're soft launching their new business, or casually mentioning they maxed out their Roth IRA again. And you just sit there thinking, how are these people doing this? Because you make decent money. You're not irresponsible. You're not dumb. But somehow, at the end of every month, your bank account looks like it got hit by a mild natural disaster. If that sounds even remotely familiar, yeah, this video is for you. My name is Albert, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, behavior, and why smart people still struggle financially. If you're someone who earns money but feels like they're constantly behind, confused, or one bad month away from stress, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, I want to give you 8 thumb rules, not complicated formulas, not guru nonsense, that can realistically put you on a path to becoming rich by 2026. And when I say rich, I don't mean Lamborghinis and private jets. I mean control. I mean options. I mean not panicking every time your car makes a weird noise. Now here's the thing. Most people think getting rich is about doing more hustles, more investing, more side income. But that's not where it starts. It starts with how you think. So let's get into it. Thumb rule. Number 1, if you can't measure it, it's controlling you. Look, this is going to sound obvious, but stay with me. Most people have no idea where their money actually goes. Not a vague idea, not I kind of know. I mean, no idea. According to data from the Federal Reserve, nearly 63% of Americans can't accurately estimate their monthly spending. And here's what's wild. This includes people making 6 figures. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is exceptionally bad at tracking small, repeated losses. $10 here, $20 there, a subscription you forgot about. Just this once, meals. Your brain doesn't register these as problems, because psychologically they don't hurt enough individually. But mathematically, they're devastating. Let me show you. Say you overspend by $18 per day. That's coffee, snacks, delivery fees, nothing crazy. $18 times 365 equals $6,570 per year. Now assume you invested that annually at a modest 8% return for 25 years. That's over $480,000. Gone. Not because you were irresponsible, but because you weren't measuring. Action step. For the next 30 days, track every dollar. Not forever, just 30 days. Use an app, a spreadsheet, notes, doesn't matter. Awareness comes before control. Thumb rule number 2. Your lifestyle is the real enemy, not your salary. Now you might be thinking, Albert, I don't make enough money to save. I hear this all the time. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Income doesn't determine wealth. Behavior does. Here's a statistic that should mess with your head a little. According to surveys from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, people who earn twice as much as their peers only save, on average, 3 to 5% more. Why? Lifestyle creep. You don't upgrade your life all at once. You upgrade it quietly. A better apartment, a nicer car, more convenience, more, I deserve this. And psychologically, this feels justified because you earned it. But here's the thing. Every permanent lifestyle upgrade becomes a fixed cost. And fixed costs are financial gravity. They pull everything down. Action step. Before increasing any recurring expense, ask one question. Will this still feel worth it if my income drops by 20%? If the answer is no, pause. Thumb rule number 3. Save first or you won't save at all. This is where most people mess up. They say, I'll save what's left over. But there's never anything left over. Why? Because money expands to the size of your life. This is called Parkinson's Law, and it applies perfectly to personal finance. Here's what most people don't realize. Saving is not a math problem. It's a default problem. If saving requires discipline every month, you'll lose. So instead, flip the system. Pay yourself first. Let's say you make $4,000 per month. Before rent, before groceries, before fun, you automatically move $400 into savings or investments. Now your brain adapts to living on $3,600, not painfully, not dramatically, just naturally. Action step. Set up automatic transfers the same day your paycheck hits. No willpower required. Thumb rule. Number 4. Debt isn't evil, but it is a multiplier. Look, debt isn't always bad, but it is dangerous because debt amplifies behavior. If you're disciplined, debt can accelerate growth. If you're sloppy, it accelerates destruction. Here's a stat that should stop you in your tracks. The average credit card APR in the US is now over 22%. That means if you carry a $5,000 balance, you're paying $1,100 per year just to stand still. That's not convenience. That's a tax on impatience. Now you might be thinking, but Albert, everyone has debt. True, but everyone also feels financially stressed. Correlation? Yeah. Action step. List all debts by interest rate, not balance. Attack the highest interest first. Math beats motivation. Thumb rule. Number 5. Your emergency fund is not optional. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people think emergency funds are boring. They want to skip this step and start investing. But psychologically, an emergency fund is freedom insurance. Without it, every unexpected expense becomes a crisis. And when you're stressed, you make terrible financial decisions. You sell investments at the worst time. You use high-interest debt. You panic. Data from behavioral finance studies shows that people without emergency savings are twice as likely to liquidate investments during market downturns. That's how wealth gets destroyed. Action step. Build 3 to 6 months of bare-bones expenses in a high-yield savings account. Not glamorous. Extremely powerful. Thumb rule. Number 6. Invest consistently, not intelligently. This one upsets people. You do not need to be smart to invest successfully. You need to be consistent. According to data from Dalbar, the average investor underperforms the market by 3 to 4% annually. Not because they choose bad investments, but because they mistime decisions. They buy when things feel safe. They sell when things feel scary. Your emotions are not designed for investing, so don't rely on them. Automate. Index funds. Broad exposure. Long-term horizon. Boring works. Action step. Set up automatic monthly investing into low-cost index funds. Stop watching daily market news. Thumb rule. Number 7. Increase income, but only after control. Yes, income matters, but increasing income without discipline just creates bigger problems. Here's what most people don't realize. Every additional dollar you earn is a chance to escape or a chance to dig deeper. Once your spending is controlled, your savings automated, and your debt managed, then income increases become powerful. Raises, side skills, negotiation. Even a $500 monthly increase invested over 20 years at 8% becomes nearly $300,000. That's leverage. Action step. Pick one skill that directly increases earning potential. Commit 30 minutes a day. No more, no less. Thumb rule. Number 8. Rich is a system, not a number. Let's end with this. Most people think, I'll feel secure when I hit X dollars. But wealth doesn't work like that. Security comes from systems, predictable saving, low fixed costs, diversified income, time on your side. The people who become rich aren't smarter. They just stop fighting math and stop trusting their impulses. They build systems once and let them run. Look, 2026 is not far away, and you can either arrive there saying, wow, that went fast, or thank God I started when I did. You don't need perfection, you need direction. So here's your challenge. Pick one thumb rule from this video. Implement it this week. Not next month, not when things calm down. This week. If this video helped you rethink how money actually works, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more practical, no-nonsense financial education. And comment which rule you're starting with. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be, it's smaller than you think if you stop making the same mistakes everyone else is making. I'll see you in the next one.